One of the most exciting aspects of the upcoming Mortal Kombat 1 is the tribute being paid to the classics. We're seeing a lot of attacks and animations that bring back wonderful feelings from past games, particularly MK9. NetherRealm Studios knows that MK9 is the golden child of the MK community, and they've been honoring its legacy in ways you may not have noticed. This video is absolutely a nostalgia-gasm, so if you don't care about this stuff, I don't care that you don't care about it. I think it's great. Now that we've thankfully done away with the variation system and the customizable moves, characters are focused on the basics. What makes a character who they are? Scorpion is Spear, Teleport, and Hellfire. And then on top, we have game-specific special attacks like his Spear Spin and this long-range low. Sub-Zero is Ice Ball, Slide, and Clone, as he should be, and I love the EX triple clone. But then there are new moves designed to make him unique from past iterations. I definitely approve of this approach, and saying, oh, this makes it more like MK9 ignores a lot of things like how Scorpion's Hellfire is actually from the 3D era on consoles, and Sub-Zero having Slide, Ice Ball, and Clone is something that has existed in many titles. The MK9 stuff is actually in the more subtle details. The way that Cameo Cyrax comes out for the grab animation using his iconic MK9 back 2 overhead, which had me wearing a huge grin. Cameo Scorpion comes in with MK9 Scorpion's famous back 2, which could be an overhead? I don't know, it looks like it. When MKX brought this back for one of the variations of Scorpion, it was. Cameo Kung Lao comes out for a low hat, which brings back so many memories of EVO 2011 as Perfect Legend did loops of 2-4 into low hat and used the advantage to keep more pressure going. I'm not saying he didn't have low hat in other games, but there's something about the way it looks that just makes me feel those MK9 vibes. And he's got that classic forward 2 swiping overhead. And the greatest example of MK9 love is Johnny Cage. You can see very strong MK9 influence in his normals and attack strings. First, he's got the Dizzy Knee. Forward 3 originated in MK9, the god tier footsie tool, the nightmare of any MK9 player. A normal so infamous and so dominated by the player Dizzy that when it returned in MKX, it was called the Dizzy Knee. It's here, it's gotta be here. His incredible MK9 back 3 kick is also here, the launching normal that you always had to fear. Looks like he'll be able to toss this out and fish for a pop-up like he used to. And look at this, in MK9, Johnny's forward 4 was a spinning overhead kick that launched for combo. What do I see here in MK1? I see the same thing. And right here is the clearest example of lifting something straight from MK9. This string here is 2 punches into an overhead. The overhead pops up for combo. But you'll see that the same 2-punch starter can also mix up into a low sweep. 2 punches overhead, 2 punches sweep. MK9, Johnny Cage's 2-1 forward 2 string. 2 punches into an overhead pops up for combo, just like MK1. And the same string can instead end in a low sweep. They've straight up lifted Johnny's 2-1 mix-up string that ends in forward 2 as an overhead or back 4 as a low and put it into MK1. It's so awesome. It is pandering to nostalgia in the best way because I'm glad to see it back from the past, but it's also just a fun string for the character to have in their options. I really hope the inputs are the same, that would be cool. One thing that's crazy is that the back 4 low mix-up appears to be special cancelable. That's pretty crazy, that means both options have the potential to launch for combo. I hope we see more classic MK9 strings and normals like this in the reveals leading up to MK1. It's seriously the stuff that gets me the most excited to finally play it.